Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Hexcells Infinite. 42% done, let's move into the next puzzle and struggle through this one. I'm wondering maybe in the 5th section if they'll do something different, introduce a final new concept. The only thing that was really added to Hexcells Plus, I believe, or at least in the late game of Hexcells Plus, was a straight up text at the bottom that told you some information that helped out. So if we did do some of that in the next chapter, that would be kind of cool. And then if in the 6th chapter it introduced something else, that would be kind of cool. But I'm not sure any of that's going to happen. And this may be all the concepts we're going to see, and it's just going to be long, difficult, possibly impossible puzzles for the remaining of the game. Let's see. This 2 minus this would say 3 here. This 4 minus this says there's 3 here. This 6 minus 4 equals 2. This 7 minus this equals 2. I think there might be something we can figure out here though. Because of the way this is overlapped, and because of this 5, at most there would be 4 here, and because there's already 1, and because 1 minus 4 equals 3 here, that would be 7, and 2 minus 5 would be 3 here, that would be 10, that's 4 over. So let's think about this again. If there's 3 here, has to be, and there's 3 here that it has to be, that means these are all out of the picture. There we go. And that leaves 10 down this column. So we can't really do anything from that info. But this 5 is only touching 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That includes everything there. And that means there's, well, we're not certain about that yet. This 5 here is touching 4 already, so there's only 1 here. Alright, this 5 is touching 4 already, so there's only 1 in this sphere, which is excluding these 2 alternating, and this one needs 2 more. So because there's 1 in this group here, and this group here excludes this one, and there's 1 in this group, and this group excludes this one, but in the middle, this group that includes those 2, there's 2. I believe, unless I am wrong, these 2 are it. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So that's been satisfied, and that's been satisfied. This 2 gets rid of this 2 gets rid of this. Let's work our way down here. 3 is already touched here. Already satisfied, so this is out, and this is out. 4 is not satisfied here. 6 here is satisfied. 5 here is satisfied. 5 here is Satisfied 6 here. Nothing there yet. Nothing there yet. But this piece of information actually tells us this. So now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eliminates these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still one there. Is there anything more I can do from this angle? I don't think so. That doesn't tell us anything. This 6 plus this 4 and this 5 may tell us something though. So there's 2 in this here, and there's 2 in this. So does that help with anything? Not particularly. I don't think that helps. How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We know one of those is there. And then it could be one here, but we don't know that yet. What about over here? If there was one here, and then one here, and then one here, and one here, we don't have any information that says that's true. And we certainly are missing a lot of information on these edges. The only thing that even slightly gives us any thought is that in the process of trying to solve this one has to touch 3 more. There's 1 here, potentially 2 here, so that's 3. And then a 4. Or it could be here, or it could be both of these, and then there's 1 here, 2 potentially, and 3. How about over here? This one needs to touch 2 more, so there's 1 here, potentially 1 here, or potentially 1 here. And then this one, let's say we eliminated this, doesn't mean anything. If we eliminate these, it doesn't mean anything. It straight up feels like a guess. It feels like it just wants me to guess here. The 6 diagonal tells us nothing. Nothing really at all. This 2 here tells us nothing. This 1 here doesn't really tell us anything. If I put 1 here, both of these are satisfied. If I put 1 here and 1 here, both of those are satisfied. And if I did put 1 here, I could put another 1 here and another 1 here, and nobody would be the wiser. this 1 is touching 2. This 2 is touching 3. This 1 is touching 2. This 2 is touching 3. Again, we could guess. This 4 is not telling us anything. This 3, if we guess that there's 1 there, still isn't telling us anything. There's not a single piece of solid information that I can feel like I can find. I mean, and this puzzle's so small, and it's given us so little, and we've just begun, and we're not getting anything that equals what we need to know. Alright, so how about this? This is 5, so there's got to be 1 there. This is 4, so if there was 1 there, there could be another 1 there. Well, no, there couldn't, because this would be the other 1 we need. That's 3, so 4. Again, it feels like a guess to include this, because it could be this and this, or this and this. And any way you put it, there's still a third piece somewhere in this. How about this 5? Maybe I've toggled something off that I shouldn't have. In fact, let's just go back out to the menu and back in. Since it saves progress now, that's actually very nice. This 5, for instance, is touching its 5 and cannot tell us any other information. This 5 is touching its 5 and can't tell us any information. This 6 is touching its 6 and can't tell us anything. This 5 can tell us something. Okay, I missed it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gets rid of this. Now it's satisfied. That means this 6 now, that goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 includes that. Okay, I see it now. This 4 still is useful. This 3 is not useful. So this 4 now is 1, 2, 3 plus this 1, which then eliminates these. This one's only touching 3, so that opens that. So I'm just following the logic that I do understand now, and it's opening up this area, but it took so much struggle to even get started on this puzzle. It took like 12 minutes just to get started a little bit on it. I mean, you can really, at least for me, I can just look at these puzzles and go duh for like 5 minutes, and hopefully I don't sound like that, but it's certainly what I feel like mentally. And I don't really feel like, as far as logic puzzles, that I'm lacking in skill. If anything, I think I have far above average logic puzzle skills. Let's see, this one's touching 4 now, so it's been satisfied. This one is touching the 1s, but we don't know yet. This is interesting. So there has to be 2 here, doesn't it? Since there's only 2 here. Yeah, one of these, which means these 2 are in. Which then means this 3 gets rid of these 2. This gets rid of that. This includes this. This includes that. So this is solved. Is this solved? Yep. Is this solved? Not yet. This 4 is solved. This 7 is solved. This 5 is solved. So this one's touching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. Let's double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Both of those are in. This one's touching 4, which means either this or this. And this one's touching 3, which means this one can't be 1. Which then means this one is 1. And then that starts to get us right down this level. This one's touching 1, 2, 3, and then not enough information there. This one's touching 1, 2, 3, and then not enough info there. Is this one touching just 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe it is. I think the only viable number of options is how many it's touching, so all of those are in. That was quick. There's still 41 remaining though, so there's still a lot of work to go on. This one's touching 7. No, that's not going to help. That one's touching 7 too, so that's not going to help. 4. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4 is solved, so that means that and that are gone. This 2 eliminates these. This 2 eliminates this one. This one includes this one, which then eliminates that and that. 1 and a 2 here. And the 5 here, so there's only 1 more in each of these, which I believe that means since there's only 2 here, these 2 have to be included, right? So that resolves that. That 2 gets rid of this. This 4 will tell us something later. This 2 is only touching 2, so that's in. Then this gets rid of that. This 3 gets rid of that. This 2 includes this, which then satisfies that. And this 4 is satisfied. So 1, 2, 3, 4 eliminates those 2. Get rid of that because it's a 0. This one has only 1 valid place now, so include that. Get rid of that. Include that one. I don't think we can go any further right now from that direction. But if we can't go any further from that direction, and we can't go any further really from this direction, then we've kind of hit another speed bump. Let's count here. We have 1, 2, 3 here, and 2 there. Not helpful. There's only 1 space left here. The 6 might come into being handy later on. How about this 5? 1, 2, 3, and then number 4 is here. 1, 2, 3, number 4 is this one of these 3. This 2 gets rid of this. This 1 gets rid of all of these. So this 3 could be either one of these. And we're looking for how many? 1, 2, 3, and 2. So if I put one here and here, that's 2, and that works. But if I put one here and here, this would be a 4, and this would still be a 2. And if I put one here and one here, this would still be a 3, and this would be a 2. No, if I did one here and here, this would be a 3 though. So I think the only viable solution is this and this. That satisfies this. This then eliminates that and that. This includes that one, eliminates that one. This 3 is only touching 3. This 1 is only touching 1. And it seems like to transition down here, we have to use this methodology. Instead of running into question marks, we're now running into things like this. So this is touching 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just double checking and checking again and checking again and checking again. Alright. This one is touching 4. Wants to be touching 4. It's touching 1, 2, 3 now. So that means either one of these is right, but this one has to be wrong. Yeah, okay, that was correct. This one is touching 1, 2, 3 here. And then 2 need to be here, but that doesn't tell us anything right now. This one's touching 6 already, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need a solution here that would satisfy this and this, and I think it has to be this, doesn't it? Because if I did this, this 3 would be satisfied, but this 3 wouldn't. If I did this 3 and this 2 would be satisfied, but this 3 wouldn't. So it has to be in the middle. Then that 3 gets rid of this. This 3 gets rid of this. This 2 includes this. That one's done. This one is also done. This one gets rid of this. That only leaves one option here. So that's done. This 3 is only touching 3, so it's in. This 1 is already touching 1, so it's out. This 2 is only touching 2, so it's in. Let's see, 4 is already satisfied, 5, I believe, isn't. So we don't have anything here that tells us which of those 2. Alright. But we know there's 1 here, and then we know there's 4 here. We know this has to be 1 here, that would be 5. And so 1, then right here would be 2. Then one of these would be 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it has to be that way, so let's include this one. Then that gets this one out and this one out. Get rid of that one and that one. Then we know that's in. We know that's in. And then that solves. Yep, that solves it. Done. So that's great, we've got half of the puzzle done, but it didn't really explain anything over here. We're still very much not left with, I don't feel like, enough information. We have a 5 here and a 5 here. This place is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 5 is the same. It would be, what, actually, let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can eliminate these two. That's what it's telling me. Alright, this 2 is only touching 2 now, so that's in. This 1 gets rid of that. This 3 is only touching 3, so those are in. Maybe this 4 will come back and help us in a second. 2 non-consistent when you're touching 5 doesn't help you. 3 might help you a little bit though. Let's see, we know 1 or 1 here, which means these 3 are the remaining potential, because one of them's going to be here. That doesn't tell us anything though. No guarantee that it would be like 1 here and 1 here. No guarantee it would be 1 here and 1 here. No guarantee it would be 1 here and 1 here. No guarantee it would be 1 here or 1 here. It's just missing something. How about this? 1, 2, 3. If I did this, it would be 4, 5. So that means that it cannot be these 2. So we know at least there's 1 here. And then this 4 tells us something. Of these 3, what is it telling me? We know there's 1 here between these 2, because that would be the only other way to satisfy this. So that means this can't be 1, right? So we still don't know which of the 2 it is, but we know which one it isn't. This 5 now. Does it tell us anything different from this 5? Not really. This 4 tells us there's 1 here. If we put 1 here, this 3 would be satisfied, this 2 could be satisfied. If we put 1 here, this 3 could be satisfied over here. Yeah, it seems like we're just missing something. Well, this 2 actually is only touching 3, so that means this has to be included. Which then, this 2 eliminates that. This 3 includes that. This 2 eliminates that. This 2 includes that. This 4 has been satisfied. This 5 has been satisfied. This 2 gets rid of these 2. This 3 gets rid of this and includes this. This 2 gets rid of these 2. This 2 includes this one, which then gets rid of these 2. This includes this one, gets rid of that. This 2 is only touching 2, so that's in. This 3 is only touching 3, so that's in. Slowly we're working our way towards the solution. We know there's only 1 here. Interesting. And we know there's only 1 there. But that's not to say that there isn't 1 here and 1 here. And then we know there's only 1 in this section too. And without more information, we don't know that there isn't 1 here and nothing there. It would almost certainly be the case if we were to guess that there is 1 here, but we're not certain of it. This one wants 1. This one has to touch 1 here, doesn't it? So this has to be 1, which then means these 2 are out. This one wants 1, And it could be this one or this one, but we don't know. Well, actually, we do know. This one, this 2 has to touch one of these, and then that solves it. So these 2 are out. Isn't it? So that one's in. Right now, that means this one's out. And then that means that one's in. That means that one's out. That means that one's in. And that one's out. 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 It should have been out for a while ago, actually. A little while. This one is now only touching 4, so it's in. We have 3 mines remaining. This 2 is out. This 1 is only touching 1, so it's in. This one is satisfied, so it's out. This one also gets rid of this one. This 2 includes this one. This 2 includes this one. This is satisfied. This is satisfied. This is satisfied. And this is not yet satisfied, so we can get rid of this. Also, we could get rid of this because there aren't any mines remaining. That took us 30 minutes. We made no mistakes, which is nice, considering that's 4-5. But the struggle is still very much real. And we still need 91 to unlock the next section. At least I don't have to go back and play another one. Let's double check to make sure this puzzle that's coming up is a regular puzzle, and it is. I'm not sure we're going to see any new concepts. We're at 46% done of the campaign, I guess is what you would call it. I have an interesting thought there. Why 3 slots still? That's just a holdover from when games didn't have an infinite amount of hard drive space. We could have any number of save files, so why give us 3? If anything, you should go with the Hexcell option and give us like 6 or 7 if you put a Hexcell in the middle. It would totally make sense to try and make a better pattern there. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.